Good morning, everyone. As you know, I did not go live last night, and that means only one thing: the Buffalo Bills did not win. As disappointing as it is to see your team lose in the AFC Championship game, you have to move forward as a fan and understand that that's the way of life, that's the way of sports. Entering 2020, many experts predicted the Buffalo Bills would be lucky to finish 6-10 or 7-9. I had them winning the AFC East. I had them going to the AFC Championship to play Kansas City. And in August, I had them losing the AFC Championship. Now, I'm not going to sit here and brag about the fact that I was right on my AFC side. No, instead, I'm going to sit here and tell you how proud I am of those boys. 53 men worked together week after week after week to win 15 games, tying the most franchise victories in a season with 1990 and 91. Of course, the big difference in those two seasons were the Super Bowls. Buffalo made it to the Super Bowl mainly because they had the first round bye, which they didn't have this year. And that is what you need to strive for next season, is to get that home game in the AFC Championship. Kansas City's now had it 3 times, and they're going to their second straight Super Bowl. That is where you want to be. You want to be home on Conference Championship weekend. But I see great things from this Buffalo Bills team in the future, and I hope I'm not wrong. They are a young team. Josh Allen just completed his 3rd season. They've got great up-and-coming running backs. They need to get some speed, especially on defense, to cover the likes of Tyreek Hill and the other Kansas City wide receivers. My hat's off to Kansas City. Congrats. You're a great team. There were some weaknesses coming into this game that I thought Buffalo would be able to exploit. They did not. Buffalo got lucky early on, got a 9-0 lead, and perhaps saw the Super Bowl in their future and rested a little bit, and before they knew it, it was 21-9. They settled for field goals far too often in the second half, trailing at one point 28-15. They recovered an onside kick, scored again. They made the final score 38-24 and respectable. And that is a great start to build toward next year. But it is so hard to get back. 32 teams begin every season trying to get one goal, and now 2 teams remain: Kansas City and, unfortunately, Tampa Bay. And I say unfortunately not for Tampa Bay fans, not for Tampa Bay's franchise. That's one of the most pain-suffering franchises of all time. I just have an irrational hate of Tom Brady, and it stems from me being a Bills fan. Not really a hate, I would say I respect the man. I'm Tom Brady fatigue, let's say. But all in all, I think it was a great showing for the Bills this season. I mean, you had victories over your NFC West foes: San Francisco, Seattle, the Rams. The only one you lost was a Hail Murray at the end, in which I still say that if the 2 defenders worked together instead of separately, they knocked that down. You swept the AFC East for the first time ever. And yeah, the AFC East is going to be better next year. The New York Jets hired a great, in my mind, football mind in Robert Saleh as their head coach. The Patriots, they'll be back. Bill Belichick is not going to stand for that. There's some great quarterbacks out there that he may just well go after, like a Matthew Stafford or Deshaun Watson. The Miami Dolphins, they're always improving, so Buffalo's got a lot of work to do. And the rest of the AFC, Cleveland's much better. Obviously, Kansas City's going to be there. The Chargers look good. They just need to learn how to win. So it's not going to be easy, but I hope they can do it. 2021 will also hopefully bring the Bills Mafia back to the stands. I'm not going to get into my feelings on Governor Cuomo right now. Luckily, he let them His Highness let them have fans for the playoffs. But hopefully we can fill that stadium up again and enjoy a really honest-to-goodness run at a championship. So my hat's off to the Buffalo Bills and their 2020 season. It was a memorable season, right up there with 1990 and 91, 64 and 65. Yeah, it did not end with a championship, but you know what? There's a lot to be proud of. Thank you for watching. Now, as far as my Super Bowl preview, last year I sat here and I reviewed every game that the Chiefs and 49ers had played and every Super Bowl they played. I'm not going to do that this year. If you want to see my previews on that, make sure you find me on Facebook under Just Football or Classic Sports Club, and you can get the previews there. For my Super Bowl prediction, I will do it on YouTube on February 7th, the night before the game. So thanks for watching. I'm Vinny Vincent. God bless America.